Happy June, everyone. And yes, we've begun the season of winter. Now, the good news, I believe, is that I've heard apparently we're going to have a warmer and drier winter than we did last year. So, touch wood. I'm Stephen Garay from First National Connect, and I welcome you to my market update for June 2023. And just to remind that all information I discuss is sourced from CoreLogic. Now, not so great news, I'm afraid, for Sydney homeowners and Sydney home buyers this month. On Tuesday of this week, the Reserve Bank of Australia decided to increase the official cash rate again by 25 basis points, bringing it to a level of 4.1% for the month of June. Not great news, but it has happened. Now, it's not unexpected for most, but unfortunately, it is going to make things tougher for people who have got a variable interest mortgage, or if buyers looking to buy property in Sydney. Obviously, the Reserve Bank of Australia still believes that 7% inflation is still too high, and obviously we can see that their target range of 2 to 3% is where they're wanting to end up going towards. I believe we're going to see more interest rate increases before the end of the year because obviously they've got a goal to reach, the Reserve Bank of Australia. Now, even with this undesirable or less than desirable backdrop of higher interest rates and high inflation, the Sydney property market is bouncing back. Last month, Sydney experienced its fourth month of positive growth, and it recorded a 1.8% increase in housing values. Now, this is the highest rate of increase since back in September 2021, and I suspect that we're going to see more increases in prices as the year moves forward. Now, since January, or the end of January this year, the Sydney median house value has gone up by approximately 50,000, bringing it to 1,052,810,000. Now, this supports my belief that Sydney home buyers are becoming increasingly more comfortable with buying in a market where we are experiencing rising rates. So buyers are becoming more comfortable even though interest rates keep on going. Now, these buyers that I referred to, these are now including more and more tenants who have opted to buy rather than rent and face those increasing rents because they're obviously increasing just like the rates are as well. And also contributing to this pool of buyers is buyers resulting from overseas migration. So we've had a lot of new people enter Australia, and some of those people will be buying properties. Now, the other factor that has also contributed to this rise in prices, in house values in Sydney, has been the low number of new listings that have come onto the market. So new listings in capital cities are currently around 15% below what they were last year at the same time. So new listings are 15% down in capital cities around Australia compared to the same time last year. So using basic economic principles of supply and demand, the supply of new listings is fairly low, and it's obviously not keeping up with the demand created by those buyers. Hence why we're seeing Sydney house values rise, or prices rise. Now, the 2023 budget, it didn't do a lot to impact the Sydney property market. It was sort of aimed at first home buyers with sort of stamp duty adjustments and so on and so forth. It didn't really impact the market too significantly. So what do I see happening in the Sydney property market during the period or the season of winter, for the next 3 months, let's say? For home sellers, I see an opportunity to capitalize on the market. I see an opportunity to be able to take advantage of the market now that prices are rising and property or supply is low, before the traditional period of spring where we may see an increase in supply, which might add to the competition for your property on the market and potentially end up resulting in lower prices. So for Sydney home sellers, I see an opportunity to take advantage of the market the way it is now before things potentially change in spring. Now, for home buyers, I see an opportunity for them as well. I see an opportunity for Sydney home buyers to take advantage of where the prices are today before they go up, and where the rates are today before they go up. Because I think the data basically shows that both are going up, and obviously that's going to cost you more. So yes, there is a potential that spring might come and bring more properties on the market and might reduce prices, but I believe that this is not 100% guaranteed. So that's my take on it for Sydney home buyers. To take advantage of the market now while the prices are still okay and rates are still okay, because things could get higher. Both. So look, that's me for today. If you've got any questions about anything to do with my market update, please reach out. Otherwise, I thank you for tuning into my market update for June 2023. I'm Stephen Garay from First National Connect. I look forward to seeing you next month.